Hello YouTube. I kind of came up with this crazy idea and I'm gonna see if it will work. So I built this trail and I haven't really done much work on it since I initially kind of built it, and I have the MTB Hopper ramp with me. So it's kind of curious if I could set the MTB Hopper up, which would make this table a little bit longer and see how that would work. Look at the landing over here. You can see how overgrown it is, but I'll have to do a little bit of work with the shovels and stuff to make this landing a little better, but I think that's gonna work. I guess we should try it and see, and we'll find out. The idea is I want to set the hopper ramp at the bigger setting, and that is, if you've watched my videos in the past, you'll notice there's some blue and there's some orange, and so the blue will only go so high, but then there's that extra orange piece that I often use as a tabletop, but you can set it to even make more of a kicker and make it even bigger. And so I'm kind of curious to know. And then the other thing I can do, and I've seen other people do this more directly, Sam Pilgrim will set the hopper ramp on a little bit of an incline to give it more kick. So I have some options here and I can play around with it and see how it works. That should be fun. What do you think? Let's find out. So before I break out the hopper ramp, I want to ride this without it on my Haro here, because I haven't really ridden this since the ground's hardened up. It was really soft when I was working on it before, so it's hard to get up speed. So let's give it a test run. I'm starting back here at my little starting point, and then we'll make decisions based on that. Right? All right. It's pretty much, oh yeah, it's a lot easier to get up speed now. All right. Now I have a feel. I want to do one more, and then we'll see what happens. All right, let's do another run. It's that second one that I feel like I have to hit the brake because it's not very big yet, but this time I'll go a little faster. Yeah, definitely. This second one is too small for if I clear the first one. All right, let's figure this out. So my dilemma here is the takeoff on this table is really nice and the landing's pretty good. It's that jump that's kind of the issue. I don't know if I have enough distance between this landing to put a hopper ramp in between there and hit that jump, but I mean, it would be kind of a consistent pump, or I try to figure out, maybe I move that back a little bit, make a bigger landing for it, and put the hopper ramp almost where that takeoff is. That's an idea too. It'll require some work, but this first jump feels really good. I don't want to mess with it. It's that jump that's kind of the issue, because it's not long enough for how much speed I get landing off of this one. Let me figure this out. Okay, this is how I have it set up right now. So I have the tabletop, and then I have the hopper ramp. I'm going to come up over the top. I just don't know if I have enough room to land, pump, and launch into that one. We used to have trails that were pretty tight like this, where you'd land and pump and go to the next one. So I guess I won't know until I try it. And the worst that I think can happen is if I do hit it all awkward, I just kind of bunny hop off of that and just make sure I land on the flat of that one. Hopefully, but it might feel really cool too. I don't know. Let's find out. I was not expecting the hopper ramp to boot me so well. That was awesome. All right, I'm not gonna lie, it works, but it's like really quick. So I actually, on this one, I worked on my row anti-row and landed, but it's kind of like I land and it's just immediately I'm like boom, and I actually still don't have enough of a landing. Like it's kind of crazy, but there needs to be a much it needs to be a little longer and a much bigger landing. And the problem is I can't move this back that way because it's too, it would make it even shorter, because I feel like as soon as I land off that I just go boom boom. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I could do a lot of labor and make that landing more significant, or what I could do, I mean, I kind of hate to do it, but I guess until I get some machinery in here, I could take off the front side of this, use that dirt to make a bigger landing, and kind of, I mean, it would be nice if I could slide the MTB hopper forward a few inches, just a little bit, to give me more room, but then that would make this even shorter. So there, I'm kind of in this dilemma because I like it, but there's a subtle tweak I want to make it even better, and it's going to require a lot of labor or a lot of figuring out. So let me think about it here and see if I want to do the labor. Or this is going to be a short video, one or the other. Okay, so I was going to do this work, and then I realized the issue right away is I started to check out the back side of this so I could start working on it, and I was gonna maybe put some logs in there and do this. But what I'm realizing, we haven't had rain up here, like a good solid rain, in at least 2 months. We're actually in severe drought. They've actually got fire warnings and everything. So I'm not even gonna be able to work with this dirt. It's just so dry and it just wants to crumble. So unfortunately, unless I had some machinery back here, like a mini excavator or whatever, and I could dig down and get into the wet ground, it's just going to be way too much labor. So that is kind of my plan. At some point I would like to rent a mini excavator and get in here and just really do this upright, because I feel like I got a really good start on it, and then I got to doing the clearing and all that stuff, and you know, just really working on getting my living situation all set up, and I haven't really focused on this. So I know I had all these plans, but things don't always go as planned. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just set up the tripod, get a couple different angles, and in this video with this, it's actually worked out better than I expected. Like, first try, I will not put the orange part on because that'll just send me way too far. So yeah, I'm just gonna stick with the blue because this is plenty of launch. And what's kind of interesting is if you look at it from the side, because it's propped up on the dirt a little bit, it's actually a little more of a kicker than if this was sitting on flat ground, which makes it kind of fun. And this is the first time I've actually kind of put it up on a little bit of a incline like that. So definitely makes us more of a booter. All right, let's get some other angles and finish this video. It's kind of entertaining, I hope. That was a little sketch. Let's try a little more steez. Well, that's about as good as I'm gonna get it. I feel like on this second one, as soon as I get in the air, I feel like I just run out of landing, so I have to like get down quick. I wish I had like a foot more or 2 feet more longer of a landing and just a bigger landing pad, and then I feel like I could just boost and go for it. But with this setup, I have to kind of like restrain myself, which makes it a little harder to. So this kind of goes to my concept. I don't know if I've talked much about it on my channel, but I know I always talk to it online about these skate parks and things where the jumps are really small or the ramps are really small, and they're all worried about making something bigger. In my opinion, bigger is actually safer. And I feel like this setup that I have right here is borderline, like not quite big enough. Like I need this stuff to be just a tiny bit bigger for me to feel safe on it. I don't know if that makes any sense, but like when things are bigger, you have more of a transition, you have more of a landing, you've got, you know, more distance, more room for air. Same with that. Like that's actually pretty good. It's a good setup jump. But then I get into this and this just launches me, and the kicker, you know, the MTB Hopper is excellent for what it's designed for, which is kind of the problem in this situation, because it wants to just launch me. Like if you look at the trajectory, yay, like I need the jump, if you can kind of see, like to be this much higher and have a lot more of a downside. Then this setup would be a lot nicer, and I can't move this any further that way because it's just too quick after coming on that landing. It's fun, it's kind of a fun little rhythm thing to work on, but I really feel limited. Like I want to boost and I can't. That's kind of the frustrating part. So yeah, I gotta figure it out. But with this dry dirt, I'm just not gonna be able to do what I want to do. So until I get like a mini excavator, or we get a bunch of rain, or I get some people here to help me, I'm not going to be able to do much with it, unfortunately. That's what July and August in Minnesota is our 2 driest months, but this year has been like ridiculously dry. Maybe as we get into fall, September, October, I can actually build this out a bit better. That might actually be what happens. We'll find out. Appreciate your support for my channel. Please subscribe and like this video. I'm over 1K. By subscribing, you really help me out and let me know that you like my content. Peace.